Hey guys, welcome into FoodTokTV, the longest running show on Food Talk for live cooking. I am your host today, Brittney. So why don't we get into cooking something fabulous today. I have a roasted pork tenderloin with a mustard pan sauce for you guys today. So let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to start out prepping all of my produce. And what I'm serving with this today is going to be some asparagus and some roasted fingerling potatoes. So right now I'm just going to break up my asparagus, and if you don't already know the trick about asparagus, hello everybody, welcome in. Hey girl, thank you so much, thanks Fran. The trick about asparagus is it breaks where it's supposed to. So you know how like sometimes you'll get a piece of asparagus, it's very fibrous, very hard to chew. Well, it's because it wasn't quite broken off at the right end. So just snap it off right where it's supposed to, and it's light. Like I'm not forcing it. It just comes off right where it's supposed to come off. So I'm just going to do this for this bunch of asparagus. Is there anybody in the chat who already knew that trick? So if you guys are just joining, I'm making roasted pork tenderloin with a mustard pan sauce. So please share out the live. Go ahead and connect with Food Talk here if you're not already connected. We go live every single day of the week. In fact, we are the longest running live show. We have not missed a day in 5 years. Mirror, it's a great trick. Yes, absolutely. It is the best way to really prevent yourself from eating your dinner and then suddenly you're crunching into something you don't want to be. So just gonna discard those. I'm gonna go ahead and get some music playing for us. Hey guys, welcome in, welcome in. If you're just joining, I'm making a roasted pork tenderloin with a mustard pan sauce. So I'm gonna serve this up with some roasted asparagus. We're gonna do some roasted fingerling potatoes and some crispy shallots. So I'm just getting this prepped right now. We wanna get our veggies prepped and done and out of the way. So let me grab a little bowl to put these in. Just gonna set them aside. Sorry, that's a little noisy. And we'll need one for our potatoes, so might as well grab that. So for the asparagus, I'm just gonna chop them into bite-sized pieces. So about 1 inch long. Just kind of get them as close to uniform as possible. So maybe these are more like 1.5 inches, because these are pretty long. And so obviously the best part is the top. So we're just gonna cook all of them. Set them aside for now. Bear with me, I need to grab some water. Does anybody else have to have water constantly? I don't leave the house without water. I have water with me. If I'm in a meeting with my boss, I have water. I don't care. I need something. If I'm talking, I need water. Okay, so we've got some fingerling potatoes, and one cool thing about these is they're just so fun and very unique. So whenever I'm serving these, I just like to, do the bare minimum with cutting them up, because I like them to keep their shape, because they're fun and they look like little fingers. So yeah, so I'm just gonna slice these right down the middle. Also, let me know in the chat, you guys. Asparagus can grow pretty rapidly in just 1 day under the right conditions. So does anybody know how long they can get in a day, up to so many inches? Let me know in the chat. I'll tell you guys, but I want to see if anybody else knows. Yes, you're like that, Mima. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so I'm just wiping these down. I've washed them, but potatoes, they grow on the ground, they can get a little dirty, so any little extra dirt spots, I'm gonna kind of just wipe those off. Even with scrubbing, I usually scrub these with a brush, and it doesn't always get all of it off. So You know, these and mushrooms just always are so dirty. get a little crunch, a little unwanted crunch in your dinner. So just getting those off. Okay, and just got a few more. So I probably got about 6, okay, make that 5.95 ounces of potatoes. So we just lost one, man down. Yeah, see, this one's got a really gross little mud patch on it that didn't come off with scrubbing. So I'm just wiping that off. And I don't peel these, of course, they're so small. Their skins are so thin. So you just gotta get them really clean. You know, if you're making like a mashed potato, you can kind of be loosey-goosey on how good you clean it because you're just gonna peel it anyway. So, okay, so like I said, I wanna keep the integrity of these potatoes because they're, you know, fun and cute. So I'm just gonna cut them long ways, just down the middle. So they are just like that. And you know, sometimes I'll just keep these whole, roast them whole. This depends on what I'm making, what we're working with. Can you guys see? Okay, yeah, okay, good. So just slice all of these down. So here's what the red ones look inside. They're really cute, pretty and pink. Oh, did you guys ever answer me about the asparagus? I'm so sorry. So I don't see any responses. So asparagus can grow up to 10 inches in a day. Can you imagine? Could you imagine if you had a plant that worked that good for you? That's insane. You leave for work in the morning and they're this tall, and then you come home and they're that tall. Could you imagine that? That'd be wild. Okay, so just slicing these down the middle. And welcome in, you guys, if you're just joining. Yeah, it is amazing. It's crazy. I couldn't even fathom seeing something like that. I found some more dirt spots on these potatoes, so I'm just taking care of that. If you guys are just joining, I'm making roasted pork tenderloin with a mustard sauce. So right now I'm just preparing our veggies that we're going to be serving with it. We've got some fingerling potatoes and some asparagus. And these fingerling potatoes, I'm just slicing them right down the middle because I do want to keep their integrity because they're so fun and cute. People eat with their eyes first, so naturally, you want your food to look as presentable as possible. Let me get my oven going. So 450 on that oven. Okay, and we need some oil. So for the potatoes, I'm just gonna start roasting those first because they take the longest, but I'm just getting them ready. We still have some more prep to do, but just get those tossed in some oil. And of course, salt. Potatoes, I like to salt a little early because I do want them to absorb that salt. Because you know, like, they're so thick, their skins are thick, or like their flesh is thick, so you want it to absorb the salt as much as possible. Okay, so I'm just gonna set this aside. Okay, and so like I said, we were gonna do some roasted shallots as well. So I've got one whole shallot here, and depending on if I can peel it all off, I might just waste some and peel off the outside layer. Yep, I'm over it. My patience is as thin as the skin on the shallot. Okay, so sometimes I just like take the outside layer and peel it right off because I don't want to waste time trying to pick at that like super thin outside layer. I really need a discard bucket. Hey guys, welcome in, welcome in. Yes, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this recipe is on FoodTokTV.com. I also have it posted on my personal TikTok. It's probably about 3 rows down. My handle, feel free to give me a follow, and I'd actually love that. My handle is Dinner for Dinks, so it'll show up as Brittney G. And go ahead and connect with me. I go live on my own platform every Monday at 7, and I'll be here every Thursday at 7:30. If you guys are not connected with Food Talk TV, connect with them up here, guys. There's live creators every single day of the week. They have not missed a live show in 5 years. Yes, thank you for pinning that, friend. She's got my handle tagged right here, Dinner for Dinks, guys. If you're unaware, Dinks does stand for dual income, no kids, so it's just my husband and I, so that's why I have the handle Dinner for Dinks. We do have a little dog named a little Pomeranian named Pepper, and she might pop in here and there and beg for some food, so you guys might catch her. So I've got my shallot here, peeled and ready to go. I'm just gonna slice it in rings, probably about 1/4 inch thick, and do that all the way with this whole shallot. I would say this is on the larger side of a shallot. So depending, you know, how much onion you like, use that. But these are really delicious. They're like, you know, they're not the most like pungent onion flavor, and they get, in this recipe, they're gonna get really crispy in the oven. So I like to use a good amount. It adds flavor. It's gonna flavor those potatoes. One thing about this is like it's not quite like a one sheet meal, but pretty close. You'll see. Okay, so got that cut up. You guys, my birthday's this weekend, by the way. Having a little get together at my house. Well, we're actually gonna be doing a crawfish boil, so I'm really excited about that. Has anybody been to a crawfish boil? I'm sure all you Texans have been. Thank you for the happy birthdays. Thank you so much. I will be 35 years young. So, yeah, it'll be a good time. A lot of my friends and family, well, no, I don't have really any family here. All my friends, my chosen family will be here, so I'm very excited. Sounds fun. You've never had crawfish, Mark? What? And you're a Texan? That's crazy. I know it's mostly like a Louisiana dish, but it's very, very popular here, especially in like the Houston area. I'd say a lot of, you know, the hurricane survivors made their way to Texas, and that's what I'm guessing where all the influences come from, but it's delicious. I love it. Okay, so we have our onion, or our shallot, sliced here. We've got our potatoes cut. If you guys are just joining, I'm making a roasted pork tenderloin with a mustard sauce. So we've got all of our prep done, and not quite. I do need to chop up some tarragon, so I'm just gonna slide this over here out of the way, and let's chop our tarragon. So tarragon, if you're not familiar, it's kind of like, I would say it's like, kind of has like a, somewhat like a licorice flavor, kind of like a fennel kind of. And we're gonna be putting, it pairs really well with pork and mustard. We're gonna be putting this in our sauce. So I'm just gonna do a little bunch of this, mince it up really small. I think tarragon is in like those really fancy French eggs. So it's tarragon, chives, and I believe parsley, but they call it fine herbs, which means fine herbs, and it's French for fine herbs. So anyway, you put this in put that combination in scrambled eggs, chef's kiss. Delicious, you guys, absolutely delicious. That's one of the things we had to do in culinary school. We had to get tested on it, and one of the best way to eat scrambled eggs, absolutely. Okay, I'm just kind of eyeballing how much we want here. These are long stems, but you know, it's just gonna add flavor, so I'm just gonna do all of it. When in Rome. So go ahead and mince that up really good. If you guys are just joining, I'm making roasted pork tenderloin with a mustard sauce, and the recipe is available at FoodTokTV.com. So go check that out. Very delicious. This is one that you're gonna wanna put in your weekly rotation. It's very easy, guys, very quick to do during the week when you just need to change it up a little bit. You're tired of the same old things. It's kind of like my go-to, guys, because like I get really burnt out really quick on eating the same things over and over, so I really need flavor. And pork is really one that's like kind of hard for me to like to get behind. It's, you know, pork just tastes too much like pork, and that's the only way I can really explain it. So this is a really good way. It comes with like a nice buttery sauce. It's delicious. So yeah, love it. Okay, so I've got all of our prep done. And so it's about time to get these potatoes in the oven. I'm gonna check your guys' comments. Hey, user 900 and blah, blah, blah. Welcome in. Oh guys, I think we might have some spammers. Okay. Cool, let's get this going. So for our potatoes, we'll just need a sheet pan. Set this out of the way. Just need a sheet pan. We'll line this up with some parchment paper. He's been out. Sleeping. Hi, welcome in, Ron. Welcome in. If you guys are just joining, we're making a pork tenderloin, a roasted pork tenderloin with a mustard sauce. So right now we're gonna get a parchment paper lined sheet. We're gonna cook our fingerling potatoes. Okay, stay still. So we've got our fingerling potatoes just sliced right down the middle. These are fun. They look like little fingers. You know, I've been having a really hard time finding fingerling potatoes lately. Like, I was surprised when I found them this weekend, or actually, no, yesterday, I think. So, I've been just having to use like small potatoes. So right now I'm just putting them face down because with the flesh side down, because I want those to get like hot on the pan and get you that like golden brown delicious that we're looking for. That GBD, you know. Alright, so flip these all face side down. Okay. Maybe you guys can come with me. I'll pop them in the oven. Whoop. Barely. Okay. So I've got my oven set to 450 degrees, and we're gonna put this in here, let it cook for maybe about 10 minutes while we get our pork. We're gonna sear the pork, so let's get this in here for now. And I set myself a 10-minute timer because I am so ADHD. I promise I'll forget. So let's do, I walked away, is that dill? No, this was tarragon. Yes, tarragon, thanks for asking. Tarragon's kind of like a sort of licorice sort of flavor. If I had to describe it, maybe kind of similar to like a fennel. Not like fennel seed, but like, you know, the tops of fennel. That's what I would compare that to. So, really delicious. That's gonna go in our mustard sauce. So we're gonna have tarragon, mustard, butter, lemon. It's gonna be really good. And I'll show you guys the trick with the butter sauce so you don't just end up with just melted butter. So, working on that. I think I'm done with my knife. But let me just clean it up here, set that aside. Oh, I do need to chop this pork. Hold up. Okay, so for the pork tenderloin, in order for it to fit in my pan, I'm going to just slice it right in half. Glove. I think I need to adjust my camera lens. I don't think I've had that. We'll try it. Yeah, it's not a very popular herb. I didn't even learn about it until I went to culinary school, so but it's a good one. I use it all the time in this pork recipe. Okay, so we have our pork tenderloin here. We've got a really big one. So typically if you buy these in the grocery store, they come like, you know, pre-vacuum sealed in like a 2-pack. If you're in Texas, you can get them individually wrapped at HEB. So that's where I like to get my meat. And if you're in the area, it's a good spot. I would say their produce is a little pricey, but they do have great meat prices, great meat quality. I'm looking for my salt. You know, I actually am going to grab my salt and pepper shaker, just a sec. I like to be a little more uniform when it comes to salting meat, so I like to use this. I can get it a lot more even. So go ahead and salt your tenderloin on both sides. Very good, very generously. Pepper for a little extra razzle dazzle. And flip her over. Should have did this first. So I'm just slicing it right in half. So it's gonna fit in my pan. You know, basically I'm gonna serve it 1/2 for me, 1/2 for my husband. So there you go. Salt the other side. If you guys are just joining, I'm making a roasted pork tenderloin with a mustard butter sauce. What do we have here? Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get to your comments. Also, not forgetting what I'm doing at the same time. Okay, pork tenderloin seasoned. Great. We can go ahead and start searing this. So I'm going to use I was just drawing a blank. I'm going to use a hot plate to cook this today because I want the temperature to be more accurate. And I find that with the sauce that I'm making, if I use my regular electric glass top stove, it's really hard to control the temperature. So this is definitely the best method to keep everything at the temperature you want it. So let me just wipe up my area a little bit and make sure we don't get any cross-contamination, especially when it comes to pork. We're not trying to get that trichinosis. No ma'am. Okay, we've got that good to go. So, bust out my hot plate here. I gotta shift some things around. This will get a little bit noisy, so I apologize for that, but you guys have front row center seat and it's gonna be perfect. So I'm just gonna put this at like a medium heat. And it gets hot fast, so let me grab some oil. Okay, typically I would use tallow, but as always I forgot to pull it out of the refrigerator. And it's solid as a rock, so instead of you guys watching me dig at it, let's just go this route today. We'll sacrifice and use a little vegetable oil. Okay, so our pan's heating up, and we've got our oil. Go ahead and get that in there, because like I said, this is gonna get hot really fast. And get this ready to roll. So the great thing about this recipe is like we're just searing this in the pan, and then we're gonna finish it off in the oven. So this just gets it that crispy outside edge, that GBD that we're looking for, golden brown delicious. And then the oven will do the rest for us. I love a good sear, put it in the oven, the best. Oh, does anybody know what temperature you're supposed to cook pork to? Let me know in the chat. Speaking of, I'll grab my thermometer. I know somebody knows in here without Googling, without asking ChatGPT. 145, that's right, chef. Good job. Of course the chef would guess it. Okay, pan's heating up. Almost there. Yeah, this is gonna be perfect for making our sauce. We can keep the temperature really low and it won't break, because the most important thing is keeping that butter from breaking. And by that I mean just like look like turning into melted butter. It's gonna be like a very smooth sauce that you won't know that it's butter. You say, oh, how did you make this? That's just butter. Okay, I think we're hot, so let's get the thickest part one down first. Oh, come on. One sec, I gotta grab a knife here. I'm stuck. Okay, thickest side down. Oh yeah, we're sizzling. So we're just gonna get a sear on each side and put it right in the oven. Well, I will transfer this to that baking sheet we already have in the oven, because I'm going to use this same pan for our sauce. That's going to give us that, we're going to use that bond from the bottom of this. Stainless pan, absolutely, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Ooh, someone said 135 for the pork. It's going to be extra medium rare. But pork is supposed to have a little bit of pinkness in the middle. That is like, you know, something that not everybody realizes. So that's how pork gets overcooked so easily, because, you know, they see pink and they freak out. It's not like chicken. There needs to be just a little bit of pink in the middle. Growing up, hey Shay baby, what's up girl? You guys, this is Shayna, my best friend for, what, like 25 years? Yeah, or 20 years. We've been friends since high school. Okay, so maybe 20, yeah, 20 sounds more right. 20, wow, are we that old, Shayna? Yeah. Wow. Well, anyway, welcome Shayna and you guys. Overcooked pork chops is dry. Yes, yes, so that's what I was getting at. So growing up, I absolutely freaking hated pork because, you know, bless her heart, my mom always made pork chops. She would make it with like cream of mushroom soup and rice, but the pork chops were always like so dry, not very tasty, and I would always just eat the cream of mushroom soup on the rice, which was delicious, just not ideal. Okay, so we're getting really good and crispy on this side. See how perfect that looks? Nice and crispy from that fat cap on the outside. I'm gonna go ahead and give these a flip. So, very quick, just getting, like I said, we're just searing these, just getting the outside crispy. Hey John, welcome in, welcome. Okay, that's the timer for our potatoes. So because we're almost done with this, I'm just gonna leave these potatoes in there. They're okay, they're not gonna burn. I'm gonna pull that out once I'm ready to put the pork in there, and we will assess from there. You guys are going crazy in the comments. If you guys are just joining, if you're just joining, I'm making a roasted pork tenderloin and a butter mustard sauce. So right now we're searing our pork. We're getting ready to pop this in the oven here. We've got some potatoes roasting, and we'll be adding some asparagus, and then we'll be moving on to our butter sauce, which is super delicious. What's up, what's up? What temperature for your potatoes? Oh, I'm cooking them at 450. And if you guys miss anything, the recipe will be uploaded to FoodTokTV.com, and it might already be up there now. Also, FoodTok has a YouTube channel, so check them out on YouTube. They upload every single live, the full live, to YouTube, so you can rewatch anything there. And if you guys are not connected with FoodTokTV, absolutely give them a follow up here, you guys. Feel free to follow me at my personal account. It is Dinner for Dinks, and it'll show up as Brittney G. And it's me cooking for myself and my husband. So DINK stands for dual income, no kids. Ooh, it's getting smoky in here. Dual income, no kids. And so just cooking for two. Just us and our little dog, Pepper. Okay, so this is good and hot. So let me rotate you guys over here. We're gonna put this on the sheet pan. Oh, hi Pepper, my dog just walked in. Come here, girl. I'm gonna burn food, so come over here. Okay, watch out. She's a little bit afraid of the oven. The noise, the beeps scare her. She's so weird. Okay, let's pull our potatoes out. These look really good, but they're not done. We'll go ahead and flip them. What's up? Welcome in, you guys. If you're just joining, we're making. We've got some roasted potatoes. So I'm just checking these out. Probably gonna flip them over. Make sure. I'm sorry, you guys probably having a hard time seeing. Shit, sorry. Let me rotate you guys. Come with me a little bit. There. Okay. So. Let me try to not burn myself. We've got our potatoes, and you know how we had them flesh side down, so I'm just flipping them over. See, they kind of have a little bit golden brown, so those skins can get a little crispy. So I wanted them face side down because I want the flesh side to get really hot on this pan and get that really good sear that we're looking for, or that toasty golden brown delicious. So I'm just flipping these over. Try not to burn myself. It is best to do this with a spatula or some tongs, but if you've lost all feelings in your fingertips, it's okay. No, I'm kidding. I have feelings in my fingertips. I'm just trying to act tough in front of you guys. Okay. Let me slide these over. I'm gonna add our pork in here now. And then I'm gonna roast this for probably about 5 to 10 minutes. And then we're gonna add our asparagus. It's all one pan, guys. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so we've got our pork here. Just put it right on the sheet pan. And pop this back in the oven. Oven's at 450. Pop it right back in. And then set myself, let's do a 10-minute timer because those are some thick tenderloins. So let's give it a good amount of time. We want them to get done. We don't want any trichinosis in this house. And so this is all of the fond that we have from our pork that's gonna go in our sauce. Okay, let me bring you guys back over here. Oop. Don't know what all I need. Oh, we're crooked. Sorry. Okay, that's better. So let me get this asparagus and the shallots ready to go. Just gonna slide this over out of the way. Just for now, but we will come back to the sauce. You're still crooked. Oof. Okay. Okay, so just gonna toss our asparagus and our shallots right in some oil. So shallots, I'm just going to pop these all out just like this so they can separate and make little rings. That way they get nice and crispy. You can see straight now. What are you guys, drunk? Just kidding. Okay. So popping these out. If you guys are just joining, I'm making a roasted pork tenderloin. We just got our tenderloin in the oven after searing it. We've got some fingerling potatoes in there, and right now we're getting our asparagus and our shallots prepped. Those are gonna go in the oven with the potatoes and with the pork. So I'm just separating these into little rings so they get nice and crispy. So if you guys are not already connected with Food Talk, go ahead and connect up here. They have live creators that go live every single day of the week. There are grill masters, great home cooks. So give them a follow. Give me a follow. My handle is Dinner for Dinks. It will show up as Brittney G. Give me a follow. I go live every Monday at 7. I'll be here on Food Talk every Thursday. Today's my 3rd episode. I got the pre-game jitters out now. I feel a little more comfortable. Everything's going pretty good so far, you guys. So I'm really happy to be here. Really excited that FoodTokTV chose me to be on their platform. So very grateful. Okay, here's our asparagus. Thank you, Trini. Yeah. That pinned comment here, that's my handle, guys. Give me a follow. I go live every Monday. I create food content, lifestyle content. So absolutely give me a follow. I'm just, your typical working. Oh, thank you, Trini. I love being here. Typical working gal who loves to cook. Okay, so we've got our asparagus. Let's give this a little dash of oil. And we want to give this a dusting of salt. I just learned that this is called a salt cellar, by the way. I was like, where's my salt bowl? Salt cellar. And just give that a good dusting. And so sometimes it might seem like I use a lot of salt, but I do use Diamond brand kosher salt, and the crystals are larger, so you do have to use a little bit more, and they're like that because it sticks better to your food. So I do really like to use theirs. You guys want me to show you? Let me know in the chat. I'll show you what it looks like. I know a lot of your famous food network chefs use it, and it's good stuff. So set this aside for now, and we've got 5 minutes on our timer for the pork. We'll get our sauce stuff set up, and then we'll let it rip. I just don't want to get in the middle of it and then have to pull something out of the oven, because I don't you do need to kind of babysit this, because you don't want your sauce to break. If you're, oh, sorry, missed your comment. You are doing awesome, Brittany. You're doing so well. Thank you so much. You guys are so nice. Love having you guys here. I love all the support. It's very nice. I'm very grateful. Not to get all emotional and weird, but recently I was thinking about how my family's separated all across the US, but the only family I've left is my brother. And I was thinking about how nice it is that I have so many people who choose to be around me here, here in Texas, even back home in Michigan. I had to go for a family emergency, and my friends dropped what they did to come see me. They only got to see me for a couple of hours, but instead of dwelling on what you don't have, think about what you do have, you guys. There are so many people who love you. It's crazy. Okay. Let me not cry on the internet. Shut up. Okay. So, you're in Fort Worth, Nurse Peter? Well, hello. Welcome. Welcome in. If you guys are just joining, I'm making roasted pork tenderloin and with a mustard sauce. So we've got our tenderloin in the oven. I'm going to peep on that real quick. Since you guys are hanging out, let's peep on that. Oh, you follow me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Did you follow Dinner for Dinks? You're following Food Talk. You should follow both. Okay, our pork's looking good. So what I'm going to do is just kind of temp it right now so we can gauge how much time we're going to need. I probably need to get going because I'm running out of time here. If we're very close, I'm just going to go ahead and add the asparagus now. Oh, my tongs. Okay. We are looking to be 145. We're already at 115. So let's go ahead and get the asparagus on here. Yeah, we're very close. And the asparagus won't take long at all to cook, probably about 10 minutes. And we do want it to get crispy. Our potatoes are looking crispy. So let's get these in here. And we can pull out our pork. So what we'll do, our pork will probably be ready before this is all cooked. So we'll pull that out and let it rest while this finishes off. Just getting all these shallots, because these really are the best part of these roasted vegetables. These shallots get nice and crispy, and it's delicious. Okay, let's put this back in there. Got this on the middle rack, by the way, at 450 degrees. If you guys missed anything at all, this video will be uploaded to YouTube after this, and the recipe is available at FoodTokTV.com. So we've got let's just do a 5-minute timer, because that stuff is pretty close to being done. So let's do 5 minutes and then we'll come back and check it. Hubby's birthday today. He worked late and made dinner. You made dinner for him. That was very nice of you. What did you cook him for dinner? Okay, I'm gonna bring you guys back over here and try not to be crooked. Okay, how are we looking? Very crooked. Okay, we're better. Let me scroll up to your comments. Okay, we need a picture of Britt and her apron. Okay, well, let me wash my hair one of the days this week, and as soon as I do that, I'll get you a picture. Okay, so let's just get this rolling a little bit. We'll just be very careful because we don't want to let the sauce go and break it. So I've been keeping the butter in the refrigerator this whole time because you want a good cold butter. You want to prevent it from melting too fast. That's the trick to this sauce. So my pan's very low. I'm just going to turn it down to the lowest setting on here. And let's grab our butter. So I'll start out with 2 tablespoons of butter for this. Oh, lemon. I need a lemon. Duh. Okay, have that ready to go. So the lemon, how everything just kind of complements each other here. The lemon's really going to help cut out, sorry, I was cutting this if you missed it. The lemon is going to help cut that fat from all that, all that butter. It's going to cut that richness from the butter. Bring all my ingredients over here so you guys can see. And the mustard will help with that as well. Mustard has a good vinegar base. So, and then the lemon just kind of brightens everything up as well. Shouldn't it cover so veggies don't come out moist? I don't know. Shouldn't I cover it? So right now the veggies are kind of crowded. Yes, when they're too crowded, they won't get crispy. But we are pulling out the pork as soon as it's done. I'm gonna let that rest, and then I'm gonna push everything back around on the pan, create some space so it can then get crispy. So right now it is kind of steaming a little bit, which is okay, just to help it cook. And yeah, okay. So let's get our 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna start out with a whisk, and we'll get this going. We kind of want to scrape up our fond. I'll need my spatula too. And the fond is the little brown bits that's left over from the pan when you cook the meat. So this is going to create flavor, give you that savory flavor to go in the sauce. So just want to scrape that up as much as you can and prevent your butter from melting. So we want to get our mustard in here too. This is going to help emulsify the butter. That's going to keep it from just breaking and melting into melted butter. So about a tablespoon-ish of this whole grain mustard. This is gonna help it thicken right up. You guys can see that, okay? Yeah. Trying to keep it at an angle so you can see. And I'm just scraping this off, and then I'll move on to my whisk to get this nice and thick. It almost seems like our sauce might already be broken, but let's just keep trying. Right now I'm turning my pan off, or the hot plate off, because I don't want this to get too hot. Really got to try to control that temperature. Oh, we made a mess. So you're just gonna kind of have to like whisk it. Keep it from breaking. That's most important. We might be able to salvage this with a little bit more butter. It is looking a little runny for my liking. It's okay. It's not too far gone just yet. That's the timer on our pork, so let me grab that really quick. I'm gonna bring this with me because I don't want to leave it on this hot plate and then it'll totally break. Sorry, reading your comments. Okay, there we go. Let's pull our pork out. Our pork should definitely be done by now. We can tempt it just to be safe. Ooh. All right, let's tempt this. Ooh, we're very close. Very close. It's possible one's done and not the other. Yep, this one's done. The skinnier one is done. We'll put this on. We're just gonna let this rest on a plate. We're gonna stick this one back in, but since I have more space, I'm spreading out my veggies so they can not steam. I want them to crisp up now. So I'm spreading those out around. Get that back in the oven. Say, let's do another 5-minute timer. Boom. Okay. Now back over here with our sauce. She's looking okay. It's close enough to carry over. It's at 1:30, so not yet. Not for my personal liking, at least. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit more butter to this so we can get that sauce looking a little thicker. Look, it wants to be kind of like an opaque, yellowy color. That's what I'm looking for. So, let's just mix this around. It's like thicker than melted butter, so that's a good sign. Let's turn our pan on just a little bit for like a second. Just reheat it. Really, it just needs to be warm. Very little heat. It's kind of like you're making hollandaise sauce and you just have to whisk the absolute crap out of it. Alright, turning that back off. Got some heat. Just enough to kind of melt the butter very slowly. Like it should seem like nothing's happening because it's melting so slow. Okay, we're looking good. I'm gonna add my tarragon. Mix that in. I do that last because I don't want it to turn my sauce green. If you overcook it, then you're gonna have green sauce. That's our sauce. Okay, and a little tiny bit of lemon juice, just a tiny bit. The sauce is already a little runny, so I'm just gonna go just a little bit. Okay, that's great. So, if you guys are just joining, we're wrapping up, but we have a roasted pork tenderloin cooking in the oven. I'm gonna check on that now, because we were just about done. You have to make this sauce. Yes, you do. It is so good. If you guys missed anything at all, the recipe is available on FoodTokTV.com. This whole entire live will be uploaded to YouTube later, so you can watch it again. Okay, let's take a peek at the temp here. We want the pork to be at 145. Whoops. Okay, the thickest spot's at 143, so I'm going to call it good. It will finish off here. We call that carryover cooking, and it's good to go. So I'm letting my meat rest here. I've got it on a separate plate, and I am going to blast these veggies on air fry mode to get them good and crispy. They're looking a little soggy for me, and one thing I need is crispy veggies. So let me go back. Let's end this, and we'll put it on air fry mode. Okay. Oven modes, come on. Sorry, this thing is a freaking computer. Okay, give it just a second, it will go back. There we go. Oven modes, air fry. Yup, go. Okay, we're going. Preheating to 425. Boom, put that in there. Let's set a 5-minute timer, and not the microwave timer. 5 minutes, and we'll come back and check on that. Our pork is resting, and we've got our sauce good to go. So, you love my stove? Thank you. Lowe's special. I actually do like it. When I bought it, I thought it was an induction burner, and we accidentally bought the wrong model. It's just regular glass top. So, I was a little bitter about that at first, but I do love it. And it doesn't have that like weird back thing that most stoves had forever. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like that, but I actually like it. I think it looks fine, and I think if you have like a nice backsplash, it would look really great too. You have to have a master's degree to turn on the oven. Yeah, seriously, it is so ridiculous. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I can't figure out how to change oven modes while it's currently on. I have to turn it off, turn it back on. So it is a computer. Okay, I'm just busting out some plates, and let me clean up this area. Our sauce looks really good. Let me show you guys with the spoon, kind of like the consistency we're looking for. I better hurry up, I'm running out of time here. So, kind of just like, whoopsie, just looking kind of thick like that. Not too runny, not too thick. That's what we're looking for. So there's our sauce. And I need to clean up some space so we can plate our food. Get this out of the way. Don't want to be out of camera too far for you guys. Okay. We don't need 2 plates. I'm just gonna plate for 1. Let me make sure this is the one that doesn't have, it is the one that has the chip in it. I about had a meltdown last week because I was taking a picture for the website and it had a chip in it. Okay, good to go. Chip free. Hey guys, welcome in. Hi, Adelinda. Did I say that correctly? My oven off and back on to change temps and air fry mode. That's crazy, isn't it? There's got to be a way. I just like probably just need to ask ChatGPT, but like in the moment, I don't stop to ask ChatGPT because I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. So, okay, we've got our pork resting, and then I'll show you guys. Hang on, I gotta do a puzzle. Shit. Okay, don't they know I'm too shaky for that? Come on. Okay, I'm back. So here's our pork. We're looking really good. It's resting a little bit. I don't want to cut into it just yet because I want the juices to kind of stay in there. If you cut it too early, all your juices are going to melt out all over the place. So the longer you let it rest, the more it's going to hold all those juices and flavors. So we're waiting on that. And our veggies, let's take a peek. They are getting crispy. Yeah, we're looking good. We're looking really good. So we're just about ready to plate. It's probably been what, 3-4 minutes since I pulled out the pork. We can cut up the skinny one because we pulled that one out first. So let's do that. Let me grab a little cutting board. And we'll get the skinny one going. I'll bring you guys back over here. Okay. Tongs. And we're crooked again. Sorry. Okay, this one's been resting long enough. And let's slice her open. And hopefully it's a little pink in the middle. We did it right. There should be a little pink. Okay. I'm gonna cut this on a bias. Yeah, it's a little pink. Just a little bit. Oh, someone's trying to join. Hang on. Can't people just let us be, you guys? Okay. Slicing this on the bias. Should be a little pink in the middle. And keep your cutting board from sliding all over the place. You can put a paper towel, wet paper towel. Don't follow my lead here. Okay, that is our timer on our veggies. I'm just gonna let those keep going. They don't look quite crispy, so like let's just keep those going until we get this sliced up. So I'm gonna serve this much, like this is half of a tenderloin. I'm gonna serve this as one serving for one person. And so the other half for another person. I really like a heavy protein diet with veggies, healthy-ish starches. Okay. It's pretty good. I could have salted it a little bit more. It's good though. The middle part's always the best. It's good. This one's a little more done than I would prefer. The other one will be better because it was a little bit thicker. Yeah, very tender, very delicious, juicy, good stuff. Okay, now we can pull out our veggies. I'm gonna bring you guys back over here. I'm gonna finish plating over here. Bring you guys back over. Bring our pork with us. Got a plate. That's good. I literally can't stand pork most days. That's pretty good. Okay. So we've got everything we need. Whew. Okay, now we're crispy. Yummy. So you can see some of the crisp on those veggies. That parchment paper is about black. Good to go. Okay. Not much to plating. Just make it look as pretty as we can. Our sauces are garnished today. Get you some crispy potatoes. Oh yeah, look at that potato. Yum. Oh, I'm going over time. So sorry. Let me hurry up. Get some. I like to get a couple of reds, a couple of whites. Get the asparagus and those crispy shallots. Those are the best part. Plenty of those. Okay, so I kind of fumbled my pork layout here, but I like to make it like nice and long, even with the slices. So I'll try to like lay it out like kind of like if you were like to fold, if you were like to take some cards and go like that, you know. So don't mind me, I'm manhandling my own food. Sue me. There you go. So I just kind of, let me get closer so you guys can see. I just kind of like to like lay it out so it looks nicely like this. And yeah, I'm a little picky, whatever. Okay. There you go. Now let's sauce it. Let's give her some sauce. Baby girl needs some sauce. All right. Mix that back up. And then we're just gonna drizzle it right on over. Yum. That's the action shot, drizzling that sauce. There she is. Doesn't that look delicious? Nothing wrong with being picky. Nope. Okay, let me get a photo for the website. Thank you, thank you. Do not make you guys crooked. Okay. Okay, got our fork. And here's my iPad. Okay, literally, where's the freaking camera? I'm sorry, I don't use this enough to know. Okay. I already have a photo of this. It's whatever. I can't find the camera app on my iPad. Okay. So let's try this out. You want a bite? Okay. Bite with the sauce. That's where it's at. Yum. Delicious. These potatoes are gonna be so hot. Those are good. Those are really good. I haven't been able to find fingerlings in so long. These are so good. Look on the very bottom of the icons. That's what I was looking at. And it doesn't have like the little camera like your iPhone does, like on the lock screen. It's literally not here. There it is. Found it. It's okay. I already have a photo. I made this a couple weeks ago. It's fine. Thank you for helping me find it. Swipe down, top corner. Oh yeah, duh, just like on your iPhone. Okay. Well, that's it for me, guys. I'm out of time. Thank you for helping me find my camera on my iPad. So, okay, one last thing, you guys. If you missed anything tonight, this will be available. The full upload will be available on YouTube. You can watch the entire thing over again at FoodTokTV. The recipes on FoodTokTV.com. If you are not connected with FoodTok, you guys connect with them up here. They have live creators that go live every single day of the week. They're the longest running live show. They haven't missed a show in 5 years. Thank you so much. Thank you all. You guys are so sweet. FoodTok is on all platforms: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. So give them a follow everywhere and give me a follow. My handle is Dinner4Dinks, D-I-N-K-S. It'll show up as Brittney G. Give me a follow. I go live on my platform every Monday. I'll be here every Thursday. Every Monday at 7, here Thursday at 7:30. So I hope to see you guys again. Like I said, give everyone a follow. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope you guys make this recipe. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you, guys.